I am delighted to have a chance to be here today to talk, if you will, about the business of research, which I think is the theme for today's session. And specifically, I'm going to address genomics and biomedicine as it relates to the topic of the business of research. I've been in the state for almost 30 years. I came here in 1984 to start as a junior scientist at the National Institutes of Health, and I have been in Maryland for all that time, and not by accident. There have been many times along the way when I had opportunities to change careers, to change career paths, to change location. And it wasn't just because of inertia that I stayed in Maryland. Each time that was a very deliberate decision, and I can't think of a better place to have spent and developed a career as this state. And in part, I think it's very much because Maryland as a state understands the importance of basic and translational research, not only to the health of its citizens and the citizens of the world, but also to building a strong economy. I've been in the genomics field now for over 20 years. I ended up there somewhat by accident, but I think that Maryland can absolutely lay claim to the notion that it is the genome state. And I would go so far as to suggest that Maryland might want to consider adding a DNA sequencer to the Oriole and the Black-Eyed Susan and the other icons that we use when we think about the state, because so much of the fundamental breakthroughs related to the science and soon to be the practice or the introduction of genomics into clinical medicine had their roots here in the state of Maryland. And to the points that have already been so eloquently made about partnerships and collaboration, I think the story of the genomics revolution, particularly as it unfolded here in Maryland, is absolutely a story of partnerships and collaboration among scientists in academia, in industry, and in government.